right. Good morning, friends. Today is Thursday, July 21st. Welcome to episode 158 of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Briefing. I'm your host, Dr. Gerald Auger, and over the next 30 minutes, I'll be delivering the top cybersecurity news stories of the day and providing expert analysis on each of those stories on what it means to you as a practitioner, or if you're looking to break in the industry, it's going to add value to you. Believe this. You will be asked in an interview, what do you do to stay current? This is an awesome answer. Shout out and thanks to this stream sponsor, the one and only Barricade Cyber Solutions. Cyber criminals have stolen your company's data and derailed your business operations. Barricade Cyber Solutions will help you resolve this ransomware attack and get your business back on track. Barricade Cyber Solutions is led by Eric Taylor, who has an absolute material amount of experience helping organizations recover from ransomware attacks. The dude is solid. So if you don't have a plan for handling ransomware, you may want to consider calling Barricade Cyber just for consultation, kind of get those lines of communication open, because I'm telling you what, when your house is on fire, you do not want to be figuring out like which fire department's got the best hoses. Okay, I want to remind you, if you hold professional certifications that require CPEs like CISP, CISA, CISM, each episode of this daily cyber threat briefing is worth half a CPE. So that's 2.5 a week, 10 a month. Be sure to document literally the easiest and I would argue the most enjoyable way to earn CPEs. I literally just reached for my Stream Deck, which I disconnected and doesn't exist on my desk anymore. So it's like phantom muscle memory here. If you are live, love it. Oh, we only got 37 people this morning, so a little bit of a light crowd, so plenty of space up front. Come on in here, everybody. Stack up here. If you're watching on replay, hashtag team replay in comments. Thanks for catching the stream. I didn't say it before. Many of you already know this, which is why I skipped it. But if you're new here, just say what's up in chat. Even if you're an introvert, even if you're a lurker, if you want to get credit for the CPEs and have an undeniable audit trail, just say what's up and it'll record it in the stream. It'll be here forever and that'll be good to go. And for the folks watching on replay, if you want to get down with Team Replay, just drop hashtag Team Replay in chat. I know live people like to do hashtag Team Live. There's Team Bishop identifying with that. So also an option. If you want to jump right to the news, when the ticker that would show up if I have my Stream Deck attached gets to 0, we're going to start the news. So basically, if you're watching on replay, when this picture changes to news, that means that we've started the show. So just grab the scrubber, move to the right. Otherwise, let's hang out for probably 90 seconds. I haven't had any coffee yet today, so I got to dig into that. And I love saying good morning to all of you and kicking this day off right. So good morning, Tom Bishop. Hey, Kayla Rose. Good to see you. Dr. Joseph in the house. M. McLarty. Hey. Hey, Marty. What's up, Faith? Good to see you on LinkedIn. Leonardo, my man on YouTube. Clarissa, good morning to you. Alexander Pollock, good morning. Thank you. I appreciate that. Rob Young, first-time listener. Well, welcome to the party. Rob, did you stumble onto Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief, or did someone tell you? I'd be kind of curious. Good morning, Amadou. Hey, my West Coast people, I know it can be tough, but thank you for being here. If you did get up, I got news. I'm going to Black Hat DEF CON, right? And you know how I feel about the Daily Cyber Threat Briefing. It needs to go on. It has to go. Like if we don't do a show one day, it's either a holiday or there's something, something's come up real unexpected. Okay. And I empathize, with the West Coast people because Vegas is on West Coast time. And I looked at the clock and I was like, oh man, 5 a.m. I'm going to have to be doing the show at 5 a.m. So you guys are going to see, a pie-eyed, or I don't know if pie-eyed's the right term, but you're going to be seeing someone who is, doing the show 5 hours early. But hopefully the coffee's flowing. I won't have access to my French press in Vegas, which is a problem. But we'll make do. Josh Mason in Mod Chat, thank you. Hamza, what's up? Drinking the morning coffee in the office. K. Scott Powell, congratulations on completing the GRC Analyst Master Class. I saw that announcement on LinkedIn. Very, very proud of you. Very great work. I hope you found value in it. Hey, Usha, yeah, half asleep for sure. Oh, yeah. Guys, that first sip, French roast. I go heavy-handed on the scoops. I get the water to the right temperature. I am such a coffee snob, but that's okay. I don't push my coffee snobbiness on other people. You know what I mean? It's just a thing I do. Oh yeah. Well, you know what, Tom Bishop, you're right. French presses can go on the travel. I did bring it to Massachusetts with me. All right, let me take one more pull and we'll get started, y'all. Okay. Okay. Well, how am I gonna boil water in a hotel room though, y'all? Maybe there's a microwave in there. I'm gonna have to do some recon on what they offer. Yeah, Pelican case of the studio gear. I'm still trying to figure out, guys. Joel Belton, what are we saying here? Are we coffee or espresso? I don't really do espressos. I only do espressos almost like a 5-hour energy or for medicine purposes. Like, oh, I'm like dragging and I need like something, so I'll do an espresso. But for me, I enjoy the coffee. We'll see. Guys, the final thing, and then this is kind of a behind the scenes thing about me, but like, and then we'll get into the news. Like, I've got Black Hat DEF CON coming up. I've got to go to like a conference in Dallas. I've got the live stream today. I'm speaking to University of Dallas. After that tonight, I'm going to Wild Wet Hackin' Fest in October to speak. I just have a lot of travel, a lot of speaking engagements, a lot of stuff. Also the semester, I'm doing summer courses right now to teach, but the fall semester is going to start in August. I got to sit down for an hour, 2 hours and like really map out the next 3 months of my life. And right now I'm just kind of like, I don't know, not flying by the seat of my pants, but I'm on the edge of the seat, really holding on a roller coaster that's really turbulent right now. That's okay. It's not the first time. It's not the last time. We'll be fine. I typically don't miss engagements. It just, it's a little hectic. All right, so guys, if you if you know my audio issues, I really spent 45 minutes last night going through a YouTube tutorial and figuring out how to set up this audio mixing software solution that I got here. So I'm gonna do a sound effect. Let's see if we got that. Okay. Hopefully you heard the yeet. And then we're going to do the podcast in a second. Hopefully you guys hear that. All right. So I'm going to stop the music. Let's get into the news. Navina on YouTube. Good to see you. Makeshift. Good to see you. Hey, Annalyn. Thank you. And guys, for the folks that, all right, good on the sound effect. For the folks that are going to be at Black Hat DEF CON, Black Hat, I'm kind of like completely full schedule. But DEF CON, like especially like Friday, Saturday, I'm very, very flexible. So I'm hoping, I'm going to be doing it on Discord, try to coordinate some type of meetup. Maybe if there's other people, like, I don't know what Neil's doing with cyber insecurity. I don't know what Jax is doing. Actually, Jax isn't going. Anyways, we'll figure it out. I'm going to try to meet up with some folks, okay? All right, let's get into the news. Please. I hope you hear that. Bloomberg. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. God dang. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on one second. It's like someone shot the hold on, I know. It's like someone shot the starter pistol and then I fell over immediately. Hold on one second. Give me a second. Cable VB input. Let me do this. If I do that, KBV input audio virtual. I don't know if I'll be able to hear it though. All right, how's that? Can you hear that? Hold on. Can you guys hear that now? Okay. Not the problem, but part of the challenge is that you guys are like 10 seconds behind me. So when I say, can you hear it? Well, no, actually, you're hearing me 10 seconds in the future too. I'm confused. Some people are saying yes. Some people are saying no. I can hear YouTube yes. All right. No on YouTube. Okay, hold on one second. It's not common that we do this, but we're gonna have to fix this. All right, hold on one second. This is gonna be sorry. Let me see this really quick. There's one definite way to fix this. All right, Josh, can you get in here? Or BSEC. No need for camera. Just get in here so I can have real-time feedback. All right, 1 second. Sorry. Pseudo shutdown. Oh, we haven't had a Bloomberg story in a while, and Bloomberg is always my bane. Hold on, I'm trying to get a mod to jump into the stream with me so I can hear, or so they can hear in real time. You're reading what you're typing out loud. Yeah, I know. I wish this wasn't happening. Oh, there he is. Bringing you in, Josh. Okay. Hello, Josh. I can't hear you. Is your mic? Can you guys hear him? Josh, we can't hear you, my friend. This is such booty. Booty. I can hear the podcast just fine, guys. If you want, I could pantomime it today in Microsoft.
You can hear the podcast. That's good.
Oh, good. I can hear
That's
you
helpful.
fine now, Josh. Ready? I'm going to play the podcast. Nothing?
No.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's do this. Voice meter aux. Voice meter aux.
And I'm not set up to be helpful for playing the podcast.
No. It's just I wanted you in here so I could get real-time feedback. How's this?
Nope.
Okay. No big deal. Voice meter.
That's another way we could do this.
Here, I'm just going to click on stuff. How's this? No? Okay.
Nope.
It's so worth it. How's this? Nope. Okay. I just clicked on something and everything went to default. Let's.
If I do.
You hear that?
Give me a link.
Chat, thank you.
Hi all. My impromptu jumping in. Not camera ready at all.
I know. Hold on. Let me add a chat here. Working through audio issues. Stand by.
If I do this.
What are you clicking on? Working. I want to let everybody know. Yeah, Anna Lynn, exactly. See what happens when I switch to Windows? I'm just saying.
It worked all week.
I'm just saying.
If I do that, does it take over?
What?
Can we bring in just this audio?
Just what? Oh, you're going to play it? Oh. That's so sweet of you, Josh.
I don't know. Just
hold on.
Thinking of options.
Play it.
Okay, so that's can you make that one small and make yours big and get rid of my head?
Yeah, hold on.
And then you just
I can't get rid of your head, but I can do.
You move it out of the way.
Well, let's just see if we can hear it. That's the important part.
Sure.
Series, it's cybersecurity headlines.
All right, turn it off. All right. Chat, you guys can hear that, right? This is going to work. This is an option. Can you guys hear that?
BSEC, could you hear the podcast when I played it? Okay,
I think we can. Yeah, okay.
We'll do that.
All right. Now let's make it pretty. Okay, hold on, chat. I know. Hold on. You can just turn your camera off. You know what I mean? Like disable your video feed.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm
all right. So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna do this. No, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do.
Just tell me to hit play, and I'll hit play.
Yeah. Do that, and then let's do this. Okay, hold on 1 second. See, I can't. Actually, let me get rid of you. Hit play on the audio. I want to see if the audio goes away when I move your camera off stage. Hit play.
It's Thursday, July 21st, 2022.
All right, I can hear it just fine. So you have to zoom in a little bit. So the screen looks good for chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's good right there. All right. So I'll just yell at you. I'll just yell at you as things happen. So pay no attention to the fact that I have no control over the visuals. All right. High five, Josh Mason. Thank you, mods. See, I couldn't do this. All right. So for the audio podcast recording, let's start now. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's July 21st. Let's get into the news. Hit play.
Microsoft cuts security jobs amidst weakening economy.
Story.
Microsoft announced its plans to eliminate open jobs affecting its Azure cloud business and security software unit as the economy continues to weaken. The company says it's honoring job offers that have already been made for open roles. The move follows similar hiring slowdowns announced by Google and Apple. Next Tuesday, Microsoft will announce the Azure unit's percentage growth rate, a closely watched indicator in Microsoft's quarterly earnings. Is your cute little Neopet leaking your personal...
All right, so thank you, Josh Mason. If you just jumped in here, we're working through some audio issues, but my man, Josh Mason, with the assist, thank you. All right, so guys, the news story is basically saying that, like everywhere else, you're going to have to share the headline tab. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to leave it like this. Like everywhere else, guys, if you haven't been paying attention, there is a recession going on right now. You might say it's looming. You might say where it's here. Companies are rescinding offers that they've already extended. People are moving. There's massive impacts to individuals. We're kind of getting through that turbulent part, and now businesses are being a bit more proactive of closing open recs, not giving funding for new FTEs, all in the pending economy downturn. Okay. But guys, for me personally, I feel like the economy goes up and it goes down. It's like, it's the circle of life, right? It's basically up and down. So yeah, this is going to suck, but it's not like we haven't gone through this multiple times. 2008 sucked, right? And that was way worse. So this isn't surprising. The one thing that I will find interesting is that Microsoft is cutting jobs, and they specifically call out Azure, where Azure, I feel, is where a lot of their future growth is and where a lot of their business is. So I find that interesting, but just the point is be mindful of the economy, batten down the hatches, shore up, maybe tighten the belt a little bit, just be ready because things are going to be a little hard. I've been thinking about making a video on cybersecurity jobs in the recession, guys. These jobs that Microsoft's pulling are IT jobs, okay, and support of IT. And again, I know it's nuanced, but IT and InfoSec are two different things, guys. Ransomware threat actors at an all-time high. Business email compromises is at high. Understanding how to do cyber is important. I don't think that the cybersecurity industry is going to suffer nearly as bad as other industries as far as job opportunities, job placement, job recs, salary. So people on this call, don't sweat it. Be pragmatic and conservative. We are cybersecurity people, so we're always got one eye looking around, right? Or you should be kind of a risk averse mindset. But I don't think the downturn in the economy is going to hurt us nearly as bad as everyone else. Next story.
Data. Microsoft announced its plans to eliminate open jobs affecting its Azure cloud business job offers that have already been made for open roles. The move follows similar hiring slowdowns announced by Google and Apple. Next Tuesday, Microsoft will announce the Azure unit's percentage growth rate, a closely watched indicator in Microsoft's quarterly earnings.
I think that's the first story still. Yeah.
Is your cute little Neopet leaking your personal data? Virtual pet website Neopets has suffered a data breach leading to the theft of 460 megabytes of source code and a database containing personal information of over 69 million members. On Tuesday, a hacker known as TartarX began selling the stolen source code and data for 4 Bitcoin, worth approximately $94,000. According to the hacker, the data includes member usernames, names, email addresses, zip code, dates of birth, gender, country, and other site and game-related info. The Neopets team confirmed the breach on Discord and are working to resolve it.
Pause. All right, so this Neopet story, I find it interesting. Somebody said in chat Tamagotchi. I mean, this feels just like Tamagotchi. And if you don't know what Tamagotchi is, definitely Google it. It was like the OG cool digital pet way back in the day. But it looks like it was NFT related. Okay, so this makes more sense. I was wondering, why would people pay 4 Bitcoin for a data set of 69 million users? Totally makes sense now. Okay, here's the deal. This is straight, simple, and to the point. This is crypto related.
I'm a crypto evangelist. I love it, love it, love it.
Here's the deal. 69 million people, birth dates, email addresses, personal information. You might think, okay, like that's an interesting data set, but how do I weaponize it? How do I monetize it? Well, these people are all opting into essentially, or a good portion of them are opting into NFTs. When people are into NFTs, they are a softer target because NFT space is like scam central. Like there are so many scams, so many people getting robbed, so many people getting taken advantage of, and all this NFT space. I guarantee you the people who are spending 4 Bitcoin for this data set are making more than 4 Bitcoin on the return on their investment. It sucks. It's gross. And if you're dealing in crypto or NFT, you have to be like mindful that this is happening all over the place. There is no regulation. There's very little law enforcement. There's no retribution. When you get mugged, basically, that's it. You have no one to go to. The project owners of like Neopets, like, yeah, they probably feel bad for you, but they're not going to give you your money back. They don't care like that. So anyways, big breach. Again, I'm of the mindset that this is just one that's being reported. I think there's so many NFTs. Anybody can stand one up. Anyone can spin up their own altcoin. I feel like it's happening all over the place, and only some are being reported, probably because it was 69 million users. Next story, please. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, Josh Mason's been infected by the audio bug.
App for hacking Russia.
Thank you.
Data includes member usernames, names, email addresses, zip code, dates of birth, gender, country, and other site and game-related info. The Neopets team confirmed the breach on Discord and are working to resolve it. Russia disguises malware as Ukrainian app for hacking Russia. Russian hackers have tried to trick Ukrainian and international volunteers into using a malicious Android app disguised as a tool for launching DDoS attacks against Russian websites. The app was created by the hacking group known as Turla, which cybersecurity experts have linked to the Kremlin. Turla posed as pro-Ukrainian hacktivists and named their malware Cyber Azov in reference to a far-right group that has become part of Ukraine's National Guard. Google said the fake wasn't hosted on the Play Store and that the number of installs so far is minuscule. Another rough day for cryptocurrency. And it was another bad day for crypto.
Pause. Thank you. Okay, so, you know, I wonder if I can even, we're going to do this today, okay? Because which is how we're going to do it, okay? Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We actually covered this story yesterday. So if you're a regular of the Daily Cyber Threat Briefing, then you know dang well all about this. So I won't spend a lot of time. Basically, Russia released a mobile app targeting Ukrainians, made it a very, very pro-Ukraine, anti-Russia app in order to, get buy-in and really target the adversaries and individuals of the Russian military efforts. And the idea was that, basically you're identifying yourself as an anti-Russia or pro-Ukraine type person. And now you've self-identified, like in a sea of people, you've had the people who are against you stand up so you can target them. All right, next story.
After Tesla announced it sold 75% of its Bitcoin, worth approximately $936 million, according to its Q2 earnings report. Tesla indicated it recorded a $27 million impairment loss as a result of the sell-off. Bitcoin and Ethereum plummeted 2.5% and 3% respectively just 1 hour after the report was released. Meanwhile, Singapore's Monetary Authority announced its plans to bolster cryptocurrency regulations in order to protect consumers and to contain money laundering and terrorist funding. And finally, Minecraft producer Mojang Studios indicated it will no longer support NFTs and blockchain, noting that the crypto tech, quote, create models of scarcity and exclusion that conflict with our guidelines and the spirit of Minecraft, end quote. And
pause. Okay. And Josh, can you drop in chat the minute mark on the podcast so I can pick it up? All right. Guys, it's kind of doom and gloom time here. This is not the story. Elon selling a bunch of Bitcoin that Tesla owns. Not surprising. The value of Bitcoin has plummeted. It's always been very volatile. And in this pending recession, it's getting worse. And this might be a quasi hot take here. Like I'm gonna do like a light toasty. This is a quasi hot take, but this is how I feel. The concept of, and this isn't really entirely cybersecurity related, but the concept of decentralized currency and what Bitcoin was as an idea is not what we're doing today. What we are doing today, in my opinion, speculative said, I am an amateur. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice or whatever. The whole crypto market is built on owning something that really doesn't have any value, but convincing someone else to buy it because it's valuable. It's called a Ponzi scheme, right? Or a scam. And because the people who are downstream are not getting jobs, having their job offers pulled, getting laid off, all of these like financial stability negative impacts are affecting people downstream, who are the people who are the rubes who are being convinced to buy this stuff, right? Younger people who may never own a home, younger people who are in student debt, right? Get rich quick, essentially. It's what crypto's selling right now. Get rich quick. And those people no longer have the money to buy in from the people who have it. So the people who have it are like, oh crap, I actually own a trash asset, which I can't trick anyone to buy anymore. Value goes down. I got to get rid of this. Pennies on the dollar. That is kind of my take on the crypto scene. Again, great idea in theory, but it's been perverted and it's bloated right now, right? Like Bitcoin and Ethereum, they kind of make sense with the way the blockchain works and processing gas fees, all that crap. But then there's like altcoin, like anyone can stand up a coin. We could have simply Cybercoin, right? Dogecoin had no value. You could make infinite of them, right? It's just the whole thing grosses me out, and it bothers me personally simply because I know people are getting hurt by this. All right, yeah, Venezuela I think is on Bitcoin. Carl Ron's talking about El Salvador, so it's not good, man. It's not good. I don't know if Bitcoin's a fiat currency. Yeah, let's do SC coin. Maybe I'll do that as a project. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, thank you, RogueBit66. Another thing, like crypto.com spent, I think they took in like $800 million from investors and they spent something stupid like $700 million on advertising. Yeah, they've got all the big ones. LeBron, Matt Damon, all these people. They own the rights to the LA Staples Center or whatever, called crypto.com center, right? That's free. It's all advertising to project this value that isn't there. So many people losing their homes, losing their retirements. I'm sorry. I know this isn't cyber related, but it just bothers me significantly. All right. So I'm going to try to pick up the stream right now from Josh. So Josh, stand by while I try to figure this out. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now, guys, it is the halfway point, so let's listen to the commercial promo. I'm going to try to pick up the story myself here. Let's see. Where? Hold on. Let's hope you hear it. You still hear it? All right. It's too bad because I'm literally playing it myself. Josh, can you please just play it and we'll get through this today and we'll
Now,
fix it
we'd like to
tomorrow.
thank today's episode sponsor, 6 Clicks. The 6 Clicks GRC solutions with a fully integrated content library full of hundreds of standards, assessment templates, libraries, playbooks, and more. With the content library included in every 6 Clicks license, organizations can get started on their GRC implementation faster than ever before. For more information, visit 6clicks.com/content. That's the number 6, CLICKS.com/content.
All right, pause. All right, thank you. Apparently I have to share with audio. We'll give that a shot right now. Hold on, let me try this. Let's see where the with audio button is. Oh, share system audio. I see you. Let's do that. Yep. Let's try this. All right. Hey, real quick, I'm just going to play audio and then switch the tab and just see if you guys can hear it really quickly. Do you hear it? Any love? No? Okay. All right. We'll quit screwing around. Let's just keep going with Josh. All right, guys. So really quick, I do want to take a minute and thank everybody. Obviously, we heard the CISO series 6 Clicks advertisement, but I do want to tell people one quick thing. This is the simplycyber.io website. Take a good look, maybe a screenshot, because guess what? It's going away. Officially launching tomorrow morning and soft launch at some point later tonight. So, teaser. But officially tomorrow morning on the stream, I will have my audio straightened out and I will reveal or launch the new website. I'm wicked pumped. Guys, I've been working with a web dev, a wonderful woman, for about 6 to 8 weeks on the new website layout. It's going to be much cleaner. It's going to be much more accessible. The free resources will be all searchable and just cleaner all around. Obviously, like it just is going to be a better website, and I'm super pumped about it. So please get hyped, feel it. I'm just super excited, and it's really because of the work that we've been doing together that I've been able to fund the website redev and make it and really take feedback from all of you. I get feedback all the time. Some of it's not constructive. Some of it's like, you suck, but for the most part, it's constructive, and I've incorporated it into the website. Even had a quick beta test with Base Case on the website, and he gave me some feedback that I immediately implemented. So you guys will be digging that. All right, let's keep going here. Josh, please hit play. Or not. Thank you.
And blockchain. Noting to thank today's organizations. Cybersecurity firm campaign leverages.
Thank you.
Malvertising campaign leverages Google Ads on YouTube. On Tuesday, cybersecurity firm Malwarebytes disclosed a major malware campaign abusing Google search YouTube ads. A very realistic advertisement redirects visitors to fake Windows Defender security alerts. There is nothing suspicious looking about the malicious ad, as it contains the correct youtube.com URL. When users call the number listed on the alert, they connect to a fake support agent who instructs the victim to install TeamViewer so they can take control of the machine and fix the issue. There is some good news. For those using VPNs, the scam sites will redirect them to a legitimate YouTube site. The malvertising campaign is still running on Google search at this time.
Interesting.
92% of enterprise.
I just tried. It didn't work for me, but Okay, so basically, this is something that you should probably notify your end users about. Hold on, can you guys see me? I'd recommend you notify your end users about this. You can pick up the story. I'll put it in chat right now. You can pick it up at cisoseries.com. This one is one that requires intervention. You should tell people to share this with their family and loved ones. And you should definitely, this is a perfect opportunity for a 45-second quick hit. Hey, emergent security awareness message, or hey, don't fall for this, whatever. Tell them about the YouTube basically malvertising campaign. You're going to have to clean it up so an end user can get it. But YouTube malvertising campaign, but focus on the tech support, pop-up scams, and installing remote access software. I got a call maybe 2 weeks ago from a company I used to work for, and they said, hey, one of our end users' mothers called in and said, hey, like she's already given like $1,500 to this Microsoft, and is getting confused, and we think it's a scam. What do you think? And I was like, God dang. So it happens. It happens all the time. These people don't care. In fact, they actually think that, at least from what I've seen, that Americans, have the money to give, basically, and that it's not really, it's almost like a victimless crime. Tech support scams, gift cards, and installing remote access software. This isn't even like a real hack. This is such, like, to call this script kiddie is even lower than that, because you're literally installing remote admin software, which is a perfectly fine solution. IT admins do it all the time. You may even have it installed on like a family member's computer so you can remote in and do tech support instead of having to go over their house or fly to them or something like that. Anyways, yeah, Scammer Payback is awesome on YouTube, doing God's work up in there. So, okay. All right, so let's go. Mods, I see base in here. What are we doing? I mean, not base, BSec. Should I bring BSec in? Is that what we're doing? Or, okay, whoever's doing it, I've got Josh and BSec in. Can we play the podcast? Please. Okay, yeah, I know. All right, so now I've got you and your camera up, BSec. What are we doing? Who's controlling the audio?
Enterprises experienced an email security incident last year. Enterprises experience search at this time. 92% of enterprises experienced an email security incident last year. According to the 2022 Email Security Trends Report, 92% of security leaders reported suffering an email-related security incident such as phishing attacks and business email compromise within the last year. The report found that while 93% of organizations have adopted cloud email, 79% believe that their cloud software's native security provides insufficient protection from email threats. 25% of respondents indicated that they suffered 11 or more email security incidents in the last year. Security leaders ranked their top 3 email security concerns as malicious attachments, email-delivered ransomware, and credential phishing.
All right, pause. All right. This one, okay. So when I clicked on this one to bring up the story, I had the immediate thought, and I hope you do too. Whenever you see something like this, you should and thanks to Josh for the support. I know mods, you guys jumped in right away, and sincerely appreciate it, considering I mentioned it at like 7:58 that I probably would need help. Okay, here's the deal. When you see an article like this, hold on one second. Who's this? When you see an article like this, you should absolutely antenna go up that this might be a biased report. Okay. 92% of enterprises experience an email security incident. My thoughts initially, who commissioned this report, and do they sell an email security gateway solution? Chances are yes. Again, it says right off the rip, they don't hide it. Abnormal Security hired a company, Aimpoint Group, to do the survey. Okay. Let's just look. I'm not going to do it because I'm having so many problems this morning, but I bet you Abnormal Security has something to do with email security. Okay. Some interesting stats that come out here. This is good for people who are getting, exposed to the industry, breaking in. Okay, 93% of orgs have adopted cloud email program. This is a fact. Okay, so if you're running, Exchange in the cloud, which many organizations are, that's what this is. Very few people are running on-prem. In fact, 7% on average are running on-prem email solutions. It's a very easy lift to route your email through a cloud solution. And it's wicked nice from an IT infrastructure perspective because you're not managing the server, you're not managing the hardware, the networking, the operating system. It's literally like, essentially software as a service. And if you're using something like Microsoft Exchange Online Protection, you get access to all sorts of wonderful built-in kind of security features, phishing aware, alerting, just you can whitelist, you can block automatically. Like there's all sorts of great security functionality, and you get the advantage of all of the other emails that are being routed through Exchange in this case, or whatever service provider you're using, and they could see telemetry. So basically, if my company clicks and says, "Hey, this is a fish," and a bunch of people say it's a fish, then Joel Belton's ice cream company that's using the same email service, those emails get pulled out of Joel Belton's ice cream end users' email accounts automatically, right? You get it? There's value in kind of crowdsourcing or leveraging these type of shared services. I'm not surprised, guys. Email is such a great attack vector still to this day. You can get an email in front of an end user. It's very hard to like break through network defenses, and with just the quality of technical security controls in 2022, attacking the end user. I know it's a little cliche at this point, but attacking the end user is much easier. You can get right in front of them. You can convince them to go to a link. You can convince them to install software. You used to be able to convince them to run macros, but Microsoft kind of nerfed that. So that's awesome. But business email compromise is such, they mention it right here. Business email compromise is such a real attack. We talk about ransomware. Guys, here's a homework assignment. If you don't know what business email compromise is, Google it and Google FBI, like in one query. FBI runs really interesting stats. They have a wealth of resources on business email compromise. As big and financially impactful as ransomware is, business email compromise is a close second, and it doesn't get nearly the press that ransomware gets. But I'm telling you, your financial and accounting people, big businesses, dude, it basically is sending money out of the org where it shouldn't. Sometimes it's as clever and as fancy as me hacking the CEO's email and then sending the CFO an email and saying, "Hey, I'm the CEO. We got to send this money. It's important," right? That's complicated. I have seen attacks where literally I just create a Google account that's gmail.com, and then I use LinkedIn to find the CFO of Joel Belton's ice cream company, and I just email them an invoice. I just email them an invoice and say, "Hey, pay this." And sometimes they'll pay it because finance and accounting people are getting invoices all day long, and that's their job, to pay invoices. Now, there should be controls in place to make sure that you're only paying valid invoices. But you know what? It costs me nothing to create the email and forge an invoice and send it out, right? So the return on investment is very high, and I can send it to 500 companies, right? So be mindful of that. It's a real thing. All right, next story, please. Uh-oh, BSEC. Looks like we lost. Did you stop sharing, BSEC? Google Calendar provides new way to block invitation phishing. Okay, there we go. Play, please. Can you play? You got no sound. We are. It got me muted. All right, so we can't hear anything. Did you? We are running into. This might be the most issues for an episode to date that I've ever experienced. Okay. We only have 2 stories left, so I'm going to run it. I'm going to run it, okay? Google Calendar provides new way to block invitation phishing. The Google Workspace team announced today that it started rolling out a new method to block Google Calendar invitation spam, available to all customers, including legacy G Suite Basic and business users. To help keep Google Calendar free from spam, you can now select an option to display events on your calendar only if they come from a sender you know. If you select this option, you still get the email event invitations from unknown senders, but they appear on your calendar only after you accept. All right, so this is interesting. So this was not a mainstream attack. B-Sec, I'm going to push you off to stage real quick. This was not a mainstream attack, but there was an attack vector. And this is one of those ones where, like, totally respect threat actors and their techniques, okay? I could just send you a calendar invite. Whether you accepted it or not, it would show up on your calendar, right? A lot of people, oh my God, hold on one second. Jesus. Go. I might, okay. My dogs almost just knocked my door down. Today, I might have to go back to bed, y'all, and just set an alarm for 9:30 and wake up and pretend it's a different day. Okay, so here's the deal. I could send Nick Barker a calendar invite, and I don't know about you guys, but it's not uncommon. Like I do this all the time. Pull up my calendar. What's my day look like? Okay, what's the week look like? Got all these things going on. And you could basically get on my calendar without me, like it would show up as tentative, but if I'm looking quick or whatever. So I might fall into a trap where I like join a meeting that I didn't know about, or there's a link in the meeting, because it's not uncommon for me to look at my calendar and be like, what the hell is this? Open it up to get context. There's just a URL. You know, it's probably a sus looking URL, but I might be like, what is this? Click on it, right? So it obviously was enough an attack to raise to the level where Google addressed this. And now basically calendar invites will not show up on your calendar unless you accept them if they're from unknown senders. If I'm friends with Joel Belton and he sends me a calendar invite, it will show up because that's a convenience thing, because obviously I know Joel. But threat actors are basically not going to be able to knock it out. Like this attack vector has basically been mitigated. So good on Google. I do appreciate it. It's been a minute since we heard a good Google doing stuff pro security, protecting the end users in a while. So way to go. It sounds like they did backward compatibility too for older versions of the G Suite workspaces and stuff like that. So good on them. All right. New cyber apprenticeship initiative to develop and train cybersecurity workforce. In partnership with the White House and the U.S. Department of Commerce, the Department of Labor announced a 120-day cybersecurity apprenticeship sprint to promote the registered apprenticeship model as a solution for numerous industries to develop and train a skilled cybersecurity workforce. The sprint would address the cybersecurity field's current job openings and longer-term job quality retentions. Specifically, the sprint seeks to increase awareness of cybersecurity-related apprenticeship programs, advance diversity and inclusion, and educate people. Okay, NICE is in here. It looks like they have a program finder, which we will open up in a second. This is cool. This is cool. Okay, so here's a call to action. I'm going to put this link in chat. Let's do this. Okay. Guys, check this out. I didn't hear about this. I've heard a little bit about some apprenticeships. Guys, okay, this is gonna burn for a couple people, okay? So like I went to, college and higher ed and PhD and all that stuff. Right now, in the field of cybersecurity, there's 3 things that you can do to get skill. You can get certifications, right? Well, from an employment perspective, right? Marketability of yourself as an asset to an organization. Certifications, education, training, practical skills that you have in your toolbox. right now in 2022, practical skills is easily the most valuable. And that's why things like the GRC Analyst Master Class have labs in them. That's why practical ethical hacking by the Cyber Mentor is wildly popular. Link to that in the show description below. But my point is, and many of you have already experienced this, this is why one of the reasons why I rage against boot camps, because it's like a 1 week brain cram and it doesn't really teach you any applied practical skills. Right now, people want to hire practitioners who can get the job done today with very little on-ramping, right? Yeah, there's got to be some onboarding process, but for the most part, have you used a sim? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, we have a sim. We need someone to run our sim. Can you please come here and run our sim? Not, have you studied what a sim does? This apprenticeship is a viable solution. Apprenticeships, guys, it's the same model as plumbers, electricians, carpenters. Cybersecurity, yes, there is some nuance and some strategy and some thought, but a lot of jobs and roles in cybersecurity are like, oh my God, what's the term? Like trade skills. Trade skills. You need to know how to do this trade. So apprenticeships is where it's at. I would totally, if you're looking to break in, if you're like, if you can handle an apprenticeship, which typically would have multiple months of obligation. I don't know what the details are of this, but I would say that they're probably paid. They're probably help with job placement. This is awesome. I am super pumped to see this. I'm not surprised that NICE is involved. They do wonderful work for cybersecurity career development. But check this out. I hope this works. This service right here looks like it's a lookup service of apprenticeships. I wouldn't be surprised if the federal government was subsidizing or giving either tax benefits, tax breaks, or partially funding the salary that would be paid to the individuals, right? So, like they're incentivized to stand up apprenticeships. Everything about this is good. Like literally, it's the complete opposite of how I feel about crypto and NFTs. This is awesome. Very happy about this. Okay. All right. So that's the last story. Good grief. We are, you know what we're doing? We're the show must go on. So we're doing what we can. I want to remind everybody that later today at Thursday, July 21st at 4:30, we're going to be welcoming Dave Klein from Simulate. We're going to be talking about SOC analyst. They do get burned out quite a bit. The job can be fun. And we're going to be talking about how we can make it more fun, less stressful. Really enjoy Dave Klein. If you guys remember Dave, he's been on the show before. Great personality. It's going to be a fun conversation, lighthearted. We will be, we might be looking at Simulate. If you remember that, it was like that dark mode, cool looking application. I have used Simulate in my environment professionally. Cool tool. They might come up. So anyways, join us at 4:30. I will have my audio sorted out. In fact, I probably could run the show right now as is, even with the podcast jacked up, because we're not going to be pulling audio from a third source. But anyways, be mindful of that. I want to tell people that my good friend and friend of many of you in the community, Jax Scott, will be running a live stream later today at 3:30 p.m. In fact, this will run right up to the Dave Klein interview. So if you guys are for your afternoon, if it's kind of slow, you could go Jax right into Simply Cyber. She's having Sharka as part of her female voice of technology innovation series, who's going to be coming on. Sharka is the destroyer of glass ceilings. Very accomplished woman. She's an advocate of women in cybersecurity. Very accomplished individual. You know, Jax and Outpost Gray, they always have great conversations. So definitely consider checking that out. Again, let me take a moment, take a pause, take a sip of my coffee. Wow. One thing I do want to remind everybody, and I find it hilarious of all days to share this. I meant to share it yesterday, but of all days, this is going to be, I probably won't post this podcast today, but I want to make everybody aware that simplycyber.io/podcast. All right, real quick. You can get this you can get this on Spotify. You can get this on, Apple Podcast. You can get it on Stitcher. Guys, I know you're all here live with me right now, and I love it. And you might be watching on replay, and I love that. But I want you to know that starting Tuesday or Monday, I start taking this recording right after the stream ends, and I post it into the podcast source thing that then sends it out to all the different podcast platforms. So I don't care what podcast platform you listen on. It's highly likely that the Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat Briefing is available on that podcast. And the reason I did it is because if you watch on YouTube or LinkedIn, you have to leave the app open, and it's very inconvenient for some people. It can drain your battery. I know if I put my phone in my pocket, sometimes it activates like when it touches my leg and stops the show, whatever. So now, if you like the audio format, you do lose some of the chat and stuff like that. So it's not perfect. But if you like audio, you mowing the lawn, going to the gym, you're in the shower, whatever, you can consume the podcast in an audio format. So I love having you here in chat. I love all the comments and stuff like that. But I want you to know that you can find it if you go to, if you just type in Simply Cyber in, your podcast app of choice, you should find it. So that's the key takeaway with that. Guys, I really want you to know that I apologize for the production issues today. I really, really thought I had it sorted out last night. I take great pride in Simply Cyber and delivering a quality production to you guys. And, sometimes crap happens. So thank you to BSEC. Thank you to Josh Mason for the quick assist. Thank you to all of you for being understanding and, granting me grace as we kind of work through this thing, man. Had some fun with it, reading the stories myself, but I would much rather Cybersecurity Headlines and CISO Series does this. One quick note that I want to thank all of you for. So last night I held the monthly squad mastermind call. So some of you, I know many of you are in the squad, but there's 3 tiers to the squad. And the 3rd tier is the mastermind tier. And that's the tier that I really designed more for like a career coaching, mentoring thing. I don't have time to do one-on-ones a lot, but so I created this mastermind thing, and I'm not saying join it. Okay. I'm just saying that's why it's there. And basically once a month, if you're in the mastermind, you join me for a 1-hour session and we talk about whatever you want and help you develop and stuff like that. So yesterday's mastermind session, the individual that was in the session with me, they actually said something that I wanted to share with you because it's a reflection of all of you, not just me, all of us. Okay. This individual told me, I really get value from Simply Cyber, but one thing that really resonates with me and is different than any other community I've engaged with is that the Simply Cyber community on the Discord server, on live chat, like right now, is one of the most supportive networks and so welcoming and inclusive that it's unbelievable. And I just want to thank all of you for being that way. You know what I mean? Like supportive, inclusive, like it's so hard right now, especially if you're trying to break in and you're dealing with obstacles, impediments, frustrations, friction, not sure which direction to go. You got some toxicity in certain little pockets of our industry. And for Simply Cyber to be a place that people feel safe to go and feel safe to ask questions, that, noob questions or whatever, and no one craps on them. In fact, they do the opposite. They help them. They give them resources. They share. I've seen some splinter groups pop up where it's like a whole other servers have popped up where it's like study groups and it's sharing knowledge and stuff like that. And, I can't be in the server 24/7. So for the vibe and for the identity of the Simply Cyber community to be detailed as supportive, welcoming, and inclusive is a reflection of all of you. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. All right, that's going to do it for our show today. Slightly off the rails, but episode 158 will definitely go down in history as that episode. So thank you to everybody. certainly got the soundboard working. Maybe I should pump the podcast through the soundboard. All right, everybody, be good. Thank you very much for all you do. I will hopefully see many of you at Outpost Great and all of you at Simply Cyber Live at 4:30. Be good. Have a great day. Let's crush it. And at worst, let's get back together at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I promise I'll have my audio sorted out. Take care, everybody. Thank you.